Oh boy, Madagascar. I've spent more time in Madagascar than anywhere else. I spent probably years. I think a couple of years probably in Madagascar. I still have interests there, lots of them. And certainly the undeniable, in my view, the most gemiferous, has more gems there than anywhere in the world. People might argue that, but I am telling you, I've been there and it's unbelievable. You can stay in an afternoon and see 10 or 20 varieties of stones, quite easily, ongoing. Everything, sphenes, weird stones, emeralds. The only thing it really doesn't have is diamonds, and they say they are there, but I have not really seen them. But every other colored stone. And they say you could fall out of a plane. I remember a gentleman called Tom Cushman said you could fall out of a plane anywhere and start digging and find a gem, and he's right. And there's a town there. It is tough. It was the fourth poorest country in the world. Very tough, very, very smart people, very savvy, very primitive, not too many roads, very difficult country. And there's a place called Elakaka. Any Elakaka, I'm telling you, every gem guy in the world should see Elakaka. You go there, it's one of those town that just popped up because gems were there. It sits in the middle of a kind of a 400 square kilometer or more a place of sapphires, the biggest probably sapphire area in the world, and it's been producing a lot of the sapphires. And they say even in Sri Lanka, they say the biggest mine in Sri Lanka, which sells a hell of a lot of colored stones, is in Madagascar. That's how many stones are coming out of there. And it's rising. And beautiful, beautiful stuff. But anyways, there's this town. I want to talk about this town, Elakaka. And I was there years ago in Elakaka. And it was so tough. I'd be staying in these little sweat, little lodgy kind of things, malarial huts, and I was beating off mosquitoes in the morning, and very, very primitive, and you hear gunshots at night, and the army's going down, no law, no sewers, $5 whores, card games everywhere, dangerous, dangerous place, okay? And you could feel the mob rising all the time, terrifying, but I loved to go there. I just wait in the morning because I couldn't sleep, the mosquitoes are everywhere, terrified, hot, stinky, and then I'd go in the town first thing, first light, and then they would start to collect, and there would be piles of them. The mob would get at you. There was fresh meat here in town. And they'd be pushing against, I stayed at this little club. I'd stay in the veranda, this kind of ramshackle little sort of semi-jazzy kind of little music going on there. Very, very rough place. Tin roofs, banged together. Oh my God, a really rough, very Wild West, very dangerous. I just loved it, I really enjoyed it. But anyways, when you're buying last time I was there, I spent 3 days there, never bought a stone. You know why? 80% of the stones, fakes, reconstituted, painted, simulants. Every stone was bad. Impossible to buy. Impossible for a professional to buy. I was with the fine stone guys. To say no was to win, If you said no, you did. If you didn't buy, you didn't lose. Very, very difficult, impossible to buy. Madagascar, no layman could ever buy, and most professionals can't buy either. Really, really tricky, but full of gems. It's like paradise, but there's a snake in every tree offering you all kinds of stuff. But fantastic place, fantastic country. Very intelligent, very funny. I like it there, but it is one tough ride, and the most unorganized, the most difficult place in the world to buy a stone, without question, is Madagascar. But it is paradise.